Hi guys, welcome back to your Not So Ordinary Scrapbook channel. I tried to lift the camera up a little bit today for today's video because I realized in the last video that it was low, and I hope that nothing got cut off. Like, as far as like, sometimes videos are difficult to see the whole layout, and I tried to make it so you could see it all, but I didn't realize until afterwards that it was kind of, the camera was kind of low. So, I apologize for that. For today's video, I am going to do the Starbucks, bag. I think I was going to iron it, but I don't know if I will now. Seems like a lot of work just to iron a bag. So we're just gonna go with it. It's been a crazy day. Sorry I didn't get to film a video yesterday. It's just been one thing after the other, like the past few days, you know, with my husband's surgery, and then he's doing well. Aside from doing things he's not supposed to do, and I keep having to like scold him for doing things. Yesterday he opened the front door, and he's not supposed to do that, and his wrist started bleeding a little bit, and I thought that he had ripped his stitches, which he has this big like band-aid on it, so I haven't looked underneath it. The band-aid can stay on for 7 days, so we haven't looked underneath it, but he ripped his stitches. I'm gonna be so upset with him. But he keeps doing things he's not supposed to do, and I keep getting on him about it. And then my grandson, Mini Jordan, I think he was at school, is from what I understand, but he ripped his tube out yesterday, which he has learned to do. He's very creative in the way that when he doesn't like something, he will do what he can to be self-sufficient. And so they admitted him into the hospital, children's hospital, yesterday, because he needed to have it surgically repaired. So his mom is with him, and she had homework due last night, so Hunter brought her homework and some food. But he made it through surgery out just fine, and she sent me a picture, and he's cute as ever. He's doing fine. I don't know. This is just... I'm still not... Do you have the ability to... Are we supposed to be able to wind this when it, like... Sorry, I gotta repair this a little bit. I don't know if I can. There. I guess I can. I don't have a whole lot left on this roll, which is good. That means I'm using it up. Where did I put the picture? Okay, that is... Oh, it's stuck. Okay, never mind. Oh, it's not on the right... It's supposed to be on this. Yeah, and then does it go underneath? Is that how it's supposed to... Go like that. I don't know if that's right or not. Yeah, there we go. I got it right now. So he had that surgery early this morning, and they're gonna observe him for a while, and then they're gonna let him go home. And Matt and Yessie close on their house today, and they get to move in today too, right after they close. So that's exciting. So they're gonna, I talked to her yesterday, and she said that they're gonna paint before they move in. They still have till the end of the month in the place that they're in right now, and the house they're in right now. So they can move into their new house. My mom and dad are there, and they sent me a text this morning and said that they drove by it, their new house late last night or something. I assume Matt and Yessie were with them, and then otherwise they wouldn't know where it is. And then they also drove past where their Airbnb is. They said that it's occupied right now. They don't move into the Airbnb until Sunday, so they must be either staying at a hotel or with Matt and Yassi. But they're gonna help them paint and all that kind of stuff. So that's good. They get some help. I think I'm gonna put a little tag here just to like write down what my favorite drinks are. There's really only two. Well, three, technically. I still like their green tea, their iced green tea in the summertime when it's really hot. I'll get that. Like when I'm not in the mood for coffee. In the wintertime, it's always iced, like a chai latte. I love that. Either hot or cold, depending on my mood. And then, like, in the morning, like, when I need, like, a jolt of coffee or something, I always get their shaken espresso with oat milk. I usually get that in the airport, too. Like, if I have an early morning flight or something, I will. I generally get in line at Starbucks, but man, that Starbucks line is always long at the airport. You end up standing there for like 45 minutes. So sometimes I wonder if it's even worth it. But you can't take a drink past security. So you got to wait until you're past security. So you can't really bring your own drink in with you. You have to wait till you get past security, and then you can go to Starbucks and get your drink or whatever. I really like their spinach. No, it's mushroom and kale egg bites. Those are my favorite. They're so good. It's like my favorite breakfast at Starbucks. Some extra tea stuff. So that's pretty much all that's going on. And then yesterday, I hurt my toe, my big toe on my right foot. Like, I've been running around like a chicken with her head cut off. You know, it seems like Scott wants something, or I was looking for something for Ethan, and then the animals are like underfoot, and they want, you know, animals have no patience whatsoever. Like, if they want outside, they want outside now. Or they puke on the floor, or, you know, they go potty on the floor, and you got to clean that up, or, you know, it's just, it's one thing after the other. And it seems like they've been extra needy lately. So that's been kind of a pain in the butt. But, so I hurt my toe and it was hurting really bad last night. I actually soaked it because it was all swollen. I soaked it in Epsom salt and warm water. And that's when Scott answered the door because he ordered pizza. And the pizza guy was there. And my foot, I was soaking my foot, and like he opened the door instead of waiting for me to get out and like dry my foot off. You know, he was like, in his haste of like getting the pizza, he opened the door and did that. And it was like, because I couldn't get there fast enough. Well, then this morning I got up to get ready for rehab, and I realized I couldn't put my shoe on because my toe is so swollen. And it hurts really, really bad. So I'm like, well, I'm going back to bed because that's not happening today. And, so, yeah. And so Hunter has Esme this weekend. So I'm supposed to help him with his taxes today after work until it's time for him to go get Esme. But I don't know how that's going to work with, like, Jordan has their van and Hunter has his car. So, I mean, they have their own vehicles, but I don't know. Not sure how that's going to work. Okay, so I'm going to put, I'm just going to put my favorite Christmas or wintertime drinks. My favorite winter drinks. From Starbucks. are the iced chai latte or oat milk espresso. Strangely enough, I do love like peppermint mocha creamer in my coffee, but I do not like Starbucks peppermint mocha. It is way too strong for me. I don't know why. I just don't care for it. And I'm not really that crazy about their frappuccinos just because I always get a brain freeze. They're too cold. So I don't normally get those. Okay, so this is me eating my cake pop. I don't know. I kind of want to cover this up, like the Starbucks Corporation thing on the back. Bend and snap, as Shamel would say. So I think I'm going to cover this up and then like put an embellishment here. I think that's okay. Maybe I'll do like a cluster here, and a cluster here. We'll see. So I need something to mat that with. I know that this would work. This big blue label. I like love. If I want to go the blue route, maybe this one. I kind of want to talk about how, like, the cake pops are Zayden's and my thing. This one, I'm at home because it's so funny. Scott had gotten me, he knows I love cake pops, so he had gotten me some cake pops, 2 cake pops at Starbucks one time, and he brought them home to me. Well, I didn't want them like right then, so I put them in the freezer. This was like, oh my goodness, it must have been back in October he did that. I completely forgot about him. So one day I was like getting something out, you know, to thaw out for dinner, and I found they were still in the Starbucks bag, and I'm like, what? I'm like, I have cake pops. And Scott's like, yeah, don't you remember when I got you the cake pops? I'm like, oh, I completely forgot. So I ate one. And then I ate the other one, like, oh, probably, I don't know, a couple weeks later, a few weeks later, something. But it's mine and Zayden's thing. And now his mom owns, Carla, she owns her own, like dessert company. And it's so funny that she started this because she did a lot of the desserts for Yessie's bridal shower and for the wedding, and we were all saying, Carla, you are so good. Your like stuff is so professional looking. You should, you know, start a business because it's just like so beautiful. Her chocolate covered strawberries are just gorgeous, and her cake pops are gorgeous, and her cupcakes are gorgeous, and everything. Well, she ended up doing that maybe 6 months ago. Well, her cake pops look just like Starbucks cake pops, which Zayden is probably thrilled to death. He's like, my mom makes Starbucks cake pops. I'm sure hers are better than Starbucks, though. I've had hers actually, and they are better than Starbucks. So I'm excited to. And hopefully Zayden's not sick of cake pops now that his mom makes them. But I don't think she makes them for him to eat, really. She makes them to sell. Or she does, like, people order stuff from her. But I've been so cold. I've been, like, thinking about, like, my upcoming Arizona trip. It's so cold here. I just can't wait to get in that heat, even though I really don't like Arizona. I'm not a fan of, it's just very desolate. Nevada either. My mom loves it because she grew up there, in that, you know, she grew up in Vegas. So it's her, like, it feels like home to her, but not me. I may have been conceived in Las Vegas, but man, I'm telling you, it is not a pretty place. I guess I'm just a seasonal girl. you know, I love to go places on vacation. I don't mind going to Arizona on vacation if it's not like too long. When we were there for like almost a month, when they got married last spring, that was too long. I was getting homesick for like just the season, you know, like just I don't even know how to describe it. It just for trees and grass and, you know, I missed it so much because there's just none of that. They have no grass. They, you know, their trees are palm trees and their yards are rock, you know, and there's cactus everywhere. I mean, they do have mountains and like my mom sent a picture of when they were driving from Vegas to Lake Havasu City, which is not that far of a drive. It's only like a 2-hour drive. That's why we fly into Vegas most of the time. It's actually closer to Lake Havasu City than Phoenix is. And she sent me a picture and there was snow on the mountains and that was pretty. But I've never been. It'll be interesting to go like in late February because I've never been in late February before. I've been in April a couple times. Well, actually, we were there in late March. March and April. It was roughly about the same time. Each time we were there. I want to cover this up, but I don't really want, like... So I broke down yesterday. I wasn't going to buy any scrapbook supplies. But I broke down and bought some different ATG. Because I really hate this ATG gun. I know I have to use it up. I know I have like 2 more rolls of it. But when that's gone, I'm getting rid of this gun. It's going to Goodwill. I just do not like it at all. Unless you think I should have a giveaway. Let me know in the comments if you want a giveaway. I'll give away my ATG gun. I actually have 2 of them because I bought this one and it didn't have any, like, when I bought it, it didn't have any refills. Like, it came with the one that came with it, you know, and then I ordered one with a refill, or I thought I was ordering the extra refills to go with the gun. Well, when they sent it, they sent another gun with a refill. And I'm like, what? That's not what I ordered. I ordered just the refill. But when Amazon charged me, they only charged me for the refill, which was so weird. It didn't say anything about the gun. So I don't know why they sent me a whole nother gun. And so I have one that has never been used. It's brand new. And then I have this one. So comment down below if you would like my ATG guns. I have 2 of them to give away. I probably won't be sending them for a couple weeks, just because depending on when I get those refills, or those other tape runners to come in. So when they do come in, I will give these away. If you would like one, comment down below. And I will send it out to you because I hate it. Some people are ATG fans, some people are not. No, you'll have to buy your own refills for it. I do, like I said, I do have, I think I have one refill that hasn't been used. So one gun will have, like, comment down below if you'll take the gun that does not have the refill, or if you want the gun with the refill. I don't know quite how to do that. Unless I can use a tape runner without the gun. If I can use the tape without the gun, then maybe I'll keep the tape. Well, actually, here's what well, there's not much tape in here. I was going to say you can have it, but I'm going to have to use, I may actually, this one's almost gone. I may actually open the other one to use it before that arrives here. It depends. So, maybe I'll draw for the one with the refill, which will probably already be in the gun by then, because I got to keep scrapbooking. And then, and it's the only tape runner I have right now. And then the brand new one that has never been used. So one of them, comment down below if you want the brand new one without the refill. And then the one that is going to have a bunch of tape in it, tape runner in it, but it's used. Gotcha? Okay. Hopefully you understand all of that. So either way, you're getting something good, because like one of them is brand new. It's never been used. One of them has been used, but it'll have tape. It'll have tape in it. So there you go. But I'm not an ATG girl. It's too big for my hand. And I prefer the dot runner. I'm not a tape runner girl. So it is what it is. I have this one too, don't I? Up a little bit. But I'll send that out before, like I said, I'm not exactly sure like when I'll send it out for sure, but it'll be in February. It'll be this month. I'll send it out before I go to, I'll send them both out before I go to Arizona for a week. But I don't like them. I know some people just really love them. And I can see why they love them. I understand the point of like not having to change your tape runner refill for a long time, and there's a lot of tape runner on it. So I can understand there are positive points to having it, but it's kind of like at one point in time I switched from an iPhone to a Android, and is that it? Yep, that's it. That's all she wrote. So I gotta change that refill. Ugh. And that's another thing I don't like about the ATG. It's complicated. But so I guess this is empty. Yeah. I feel like I've wasted so much of this though. That's the thing. It's like, I just feel like I've, like, probably a lot of this has runner on it, because it's just not, I don't know. Just not a huge fan of it. But I mean, if you are, or you want to try it and see if it's for you. But anyways, I was talking about my Android. It was too big for my hand. It was a larger phone. And I had it for probably, well, I would have had it until like, it was time for an upgrade. So I had it for a couple of years, but it was so large. It was quite a while ago. It was like, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't know. I think I got rid of it like 5 or 6 years ago. But it was always, it made my hand ache to hold it. I did not like it at all. Okay, where is the refill? I'm gonna think about this for a minute. Let's see where I put my refill. Just that. No, that's not. Okay, give me a minute while I go. Try one refill. Yeah, this is the only refill I have of this. But it should be here like early next week, so I can't imagine that I'll use a ton of this. Should have instructions on how. I've only changed, like, I've only used one of this. That's the weird thing about it. Like, I've only changed this once, so this is new too. This is like the second thing of tape that I've had. Is there instructions on how to put this on? Oh, there's 2 rolls in here. Okay, so one of you is going to get, I didn't realize there were 2 rolls in here. Okay, so one of you is going to get the new roll with this, or with the other gun, with the brand new. So there'll be one roll. And then the other is going to get this that's in with this. Oh, the instructions are here on the gun. Okay. So you're going to have to bear with me while I do this. Okay. So how do I look at this? I look at it like, okay, so this end is this. So you start here. So this, like, oh, this opens, I think, or you just wrap it around. Okay, so this is so complicated for me. So does it go? I think it goes up, under, oh, I apologize. I don't know what I'm doing. So it goes over top. Okay, so it goes like, this goes here. This stick, like, you have to, see, it's sticking. But this turns this way, doesn't it? I think this goes over top. Like, and then you have to like wrap it. This doesn't come off, does it? No, I don't think so. And then this, like, sticks. You're supposed to stick the sticky part, like, to something so it, like, stays. Like that. And then you're supposed to turn this. Well, how are you supposed to go around this way, though? Oh, because that's supposed to go around here. All right. Bear with me while I do this. Okay, so does it go under and over? I think it goes like this. Okay, and then up and over. I think you gotta pull out a bunch first. It's super sticky though. And this is why this is not my friend. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you gotta see, look at that. It's a mess. ATG, you need to come out with a new system. You need to come out with one that is like user friendly. This is not user friendly. You need to come out with like a refill that's like, it's like both sides are sticky. Why are both sides sticky? Oh man, a freaking live. I don't like you. Okay, it's only sticky till this point. So maybe you're just supposed to take this off, like the sticky part. Now I broke it. Wonderful. I am not mechanically inclined for this kind of crap. Give me a cartridge that works like a cartridge that I can just pop in and go. This is a hassle. Okay, so this goes up, down, around, over, on top of this, in and out. And in like that. And then you wind it a couple times. That brown in there. Okay, then you stick this on. And it goes like that. And you hope for the best. Okay. Okay, moving on. Let's hope that that works. But like I said, comment down below if you want this thing and the other one. Okay. What else can I add here? It needs some puffies. It needs some puffies. So I have trees. Maybe I'll use some houses. It's kind of a big one. Let's use a little one. Actually, I might use one of these because of Zayden's in my thing, and Zayden lives in where London Bridge is, so we'll do that. So we'll just put this little house and this little phone booth. Like that. That's straight. I love these little house puffy stickers. They're one of my favorite. Puffy stickers are my favorite. Even when I was a kid, when I used to get like little puffy stickers on my papers at school. Gosh, I love them. I loved getting stickers on my papers at school. All you had to do was put a sticker on my paper and I was a happy girl. Who knew that years later I'd still be playing with stickers? Okay. I think that's good. I don't think I need another one. Here. Do I? Maybe. Maybe I'll put this one like right here. There. And maybe some enamel dots. I haven't been using many enamel dots lately. Or maybe hearts. Let's do hearts. Do the navy blue hearts. We'll put a heart there. Heart there. So I'll be good today if I don't bump my toe. That's really the only thing. The only weird thing about this being a bag is that I don't have anything to put inside the bag. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. In fact, maybe I'll staple that. Like staple the bag shut. That might work. And then we'll do one there. As long as I don't staple on the picture on this side. Although now you can see the staples. Does that really matter? No, I don't think it matters. Okay, so we'll journal on this one. We'll put cake pops. Cake pops are mine and Zayden's thing. I think I sent him a picture of of me eating this cake pop. That's why I took the picture. I took this photo to send to Yessie, so she could show Zayden and buy him a cake pop. And buy him one. Maybe I'll just put yum, because they're so good. I should put I love cake pops. I love cake. I don't know what my deal is. And I never have been a fan of cake. I think it was Disney World that changed my mind. Okay, I'm going to just put the date here. December. What date are we on? Are we on the... I'm not sure what date we're on. I gotta look at the numbers to see what date we're on. Because I don't know. Hang on. Ooh. I'm gonna have to set this aside because these are just falling all over the place. And I'm gonna lose even more embellishments. Let's see what number are we on? We're on 9. If I put a new one on. There's Ethan's alarm. Sorry, this is such a discombobulated day as far as organization goes. Oh, did I skip day 7? What? I think I used a little sticker. Oh well. I'm just gonna move ahead, move forward. All right. So I think I'm gonna put this here. And that'll cover up one staple. And those, I don't want to cover up her face. So December 9th. Okay, so that page is done. I need to find a better way to organize these pages when they're finished. Okay, moving on. This is just a Christmas card that I got. I don't know if I'm going to put anything on it because it's just such a pretty Christmas card. There's not really much that needs to go on it. What do I have for stickers or washi tape? Maybe I'll put a little bit of washi tape on it. This looks like Christmas lights. So maybe I'll do that. Just put a little bit there. And maybe a puffy sticker or something. And this is just a picture of her and her kids, and her dog. Should I put something here? Sorry about my dogs. I think they sense like that Scott's hurt or something. I don't know what it is, but they have been a pain in the rear end the past couple days. I mean, they're a pain in the rear end as a rule anyway, but they've really been a pain in the rear end the past couple days. Maybe I'm just short on patience, but man. And I felt sorry for Jordan last night because she was like, her mom has been like on their backs to get rid of their puppies because they're just messy. They're puppies. I hate puppies. They're just a pain in the butt. Unless, you know, you have time to take care of a puppy and you don't work and you're home all the time. Well, her mom is home all the time, but she doesn't want to take care of the puppies. And they drive her nuts. And so she keeps threatening to call the pound on their puppies, even though her mom is living with them, not the other way around. So her mom is staying with Hunter and Jordan, not paying any bills. I mean, I don't understand the situation. Like, doesn't want to move out, but she wants them to get rid of their dog. Which, I mean, I can understand that they annoy her. She does babysit Kason all day while Jordan and Hunter works for free. I mean, they don't pay her to watch him. So, I mean, but she doesn't, she lives there for free. So I don't know. It's none of my business. I stay out of it. But she was like, you know, she was at the hospital with Minnie J yesterday, and she had to spend the night, and her mom was complaining about the dogs, and Hunter had to run her food and her laptop, you know, and this is all like an hour away, so it's out of town. And it was just a lot to lay on her with all the stress. Plus she had an assignment due yesterday. So that wasn't good either. And she didn't need that additional stress. And she was frustrated, and she didn't come out and say it, but she was like, why didn't... She never asked if we wanted to keep the puppies, and I was not offering because I was like, we kept them for the weekend one time while they went to Legoland in Chicago because her mom was throwing a fit and didn't want them there while they were gone. And so I, you know, we kept them. They were a lot smaller then. But let's be honest, they're a pain in the butt. I mean, puppies. And I was like, I can't handle it. Our dogs are being pains in the butt right now. So it's like, I can't even imagine adding 2 more to the mix. And they're not small dogs. So, okay, that one's done. All right, next page. So I didn't offer, and I kind of felt guilty about it, but I'm learning as I go that it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no, or it's okay not to. There's my cute boy. There's my sweet boy. He's got the best smile. He really does. I'm wondering if I should, like, the one with the Christmas lights, they took this at school. It's cute, but he's not smiling very much. It doesn't show his personality. He's kind of like, get these lights off of me. This is his true personality. This picture shows his true personality. It's taken at home when he's with people he loves, and this is him. This My little sweetheart. This is just kind of like he's annoyed. You can tell he's annoyed because the teacher put lights on him. But she probably did with most of the students. Although I'm not sure. There's a couple students in his class that are autistic. I can't imagine they would like lights on them. But I don't know. I don't know what her reasoning was for doing that. But I mean, it's cute in theory, but when you're working with special needs kids, it's probably not a good idea to put Christmas lights on them and expect like the photo to turn out good, you know. I don't know. It might create trauma in their little minds. You know, because they're all little kids. They're like, not meaning that their minds are little. They're all very smart. It's just, yeah, I'm not sure why. We'll just leave it at that. Not that I'm criticizing his teacher, because his teacher is awesome. I think that he is a great teacher and a great para. I couldn't ask for a better school for him to be at. I think they're meeting his needs really well. Whether they think they are or not, I think they are. He's happy most of the time. Except for lately. He hasn't really been that happy lately. But, you know, he's adjusting to a lot of new things. So. It's a lot for an 8-year-old to carry. And he's so cute. He's just the cutest little boy ever. All my grandsons are so cute. And my granddaughter. I just think they're the cutest kids in the world. And I wouldn't have them any other way. I love showing him like cartoons and shows where people in wheelchairs or people who have disabilities can do big things. Because as an 8-year-old, it's gotta, you know, I'm sure that he thinks about like, what am I gonna do when I'm when I'm big, or, you know, they think about it, you know, when I grow up, I want to do this or whatever. And he knows that, you know, he's limited in some ways. He's a smart kid. But we were watching a movie together, and he just was mesmerized by it. And I guess I didn't realize, what movie was it? Oh, Avatar. We were watching Avatar together. And he was so mesmerized by Avatar, and the man in Avatar is in a wheelchair. And he's like doing all these really cool things. And, you know, he was really engaged in that movie. You know, so I always try to tell him, you can do big things. You can, you know, you can do stuff. Don't think that you're not going to be able to do stuff, because you can do stuff. And he's highly independent. Sometimes we don't like it when he does stuff, like pull his tube out. But when he's a man, he's going to be able to do stuff. They're already working with him on a keyboard and stuff. It's going to take time. He's a little kid, you know. It takes time to learn all that stuff. And, you know, I'm hoping that eventually they get him some, like, hand braces to keep his hands from being so spastic, so he can press a button and he can press a lever, but it's so sporadic because he has very little control of his hand movements. But I think that, like, they just recently gave him leg braces to keep his feet still, you know, so they're not so spastic, because he has spastic CP. So, if they can give him, like, I would think that if they could give him, like, molded braces for his hands that go, like, that keep his hand, like, flat, he would be able to have control to hit, you know, keys and stuff. But I don't know if they're, you know, if they've discussed that. I talked to Jordan about it, and she said they haven't mentioned it to her yet, but I just think that that would benefit him so much in the future, you know, if they did that. So he can have a little bit more control, because he's so smart. It's just, I always picture kids with, like, CP, like both Mini Jordan and, you know, student. I've only had one or two students in my class that had CP, and that was severe. Most of the time it's extremely mild. I've had students that had mild CP that could walk, and, like, it only, like, affected, like, one side of their body, and they could walk and write and all that stuff. You know, they learned to write with the other hand, the good hand. And but Mini J, I don't think will ever be able to write, but he definitely will be able to find a voice through a keyboard if he is given the opportunity to do that. The problem with the special education system is that it's very expensive. These types of technology to help students that have severe disabilities, it's extremely expensive. And a lot of school districts do not want to pay that, you know, because they can't afford it. And it's hard to get the school board to pass stuff like that just for one student. Of course, like, if you have, especially if there's only one student that requires that service in the school. If there's more than one, then it would be more beneficial for a school to get that type of technology. If more than one student will use it. But, like, for just one student, like his school, he's the only one in his class that has a disability that's severe enough that he would need this type of technology would help him. And because of IDEA, they have to meet his needs, but I'm not exactly sure I'm not exactly sure what kinds of problems his teacher is having getting, you know, the things that he needs. You know, I know that they're trying a lot of different things and they're doing their best, but it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that schools do not have the money to help kids succeed that have severe disabilities, because I think he's so smart, and I feel like he's almost like a stroke victim, that, like, someone who has suffered a stroke, because they're, like, trapped in their body. Their mind is fine, you know, their vision is fine, their hearing is fine, but they can't communicate with the outside world, because due to their disability. And they can be brilliant, but like, unless, a family has a lot of money that they can send him to a school that is specializes in students like this, it makes me wonder, like, how successful, he can be and in the future, and he deserves to be successful. He has, if given the right tools, he can be successful. There's no reason why he can't, because there is nothing wrong with his mind. I don't know, it just frustrates me. And that's why I am in the field that I am in. Because I want to fight for kids like him. And it means so much more that he's my grandson. But I want to fight for all students, that they receive what they need. Because just because IDEA says, or IDEA 04 says that students have to be given what they need, does not mean that a school is going to agree to it. And you can fight it, but that's very expensive. It's expensive to take things to court. It's expensive to take the school board to court. And it has happened. And that's how students with disabilities have been given their rights, is by taking school boards to court. But it's not for the faint of heart. But I would do that for my students. I would fight for my students, as because it's not fair. And life is not fair in a lot of ways, but it shouldn't be. I think that it's wrong that kids don't have the same opportunities in this day and age because of their disability. It's just not right. Okay. So someday I hope that he gets what he needs. Unfortunately, our family does not have that kind of money that we can fight stuff like that. And maybe in the future, as he gets older, the school will be able to provide, more of what he needs. But I will always advocate for him, just like I will always advocate for my students in the future. I mean, I like working with teachers and stuff, but a lot of the time, the problem with college is college can give you, you get your degree and that it's required. And you can be given scenarios of things, of problems and how you should handle problems. And it all looks really good on paper, but in real life, it's not always like that. It's just not. There's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of there's a lot of disappointment, and it's on, you can train a teacher to handle a situation a certain way, but when you're faced with the situation, you're faced with a family and a child, and the family is trying to fight for something, and they're basically leaving it up to you to handle it because you're the teacher, and you have exhausted every avenue, and you don't know what to do. And you don't know what to tell the parents, and that the child needs help, but there's nothing. It's like your hands are tied. And so then you're working, to, try research grants, and who has time to do all that stuff in their off time? Like, you still are responsible for teaching the kids and giving them assessments and writing reports and all that stuff. There's a ton of stuff, and meeting with parents and meeting with the school board and, talking with the principal and doing all this stuff. But then in your spare time, when you should be able to enjoy your family and enjoy your life, you're researching grants that you can apply for to help a student, and not that is wrong. I mean, it's very honorable, but it's not fair because you're not getting paid to do all that stuff. It's the reality of teaching is that what looks good on paper is not, it's not reality a lot of times. It's, just because something is textbook doesn't make it so. Every situation is different. Every child is different. It's just a lot. And it's not fair for teachers to have to go it alone, because a lot of the time the principal's like, well, this is your student, this is your responsibility, you do what and let me know, if you need any help, let me know. Yeah. A lot of times you don't get the help that you need, because they're busy too. I mean, I'm not knocking a principal's job. I would never want it. But like, a lot of the time teachers feel like they're on their own, and that they're not getting the support, and they're definitely not getting paid what they deserve. Teachers should be making at least $100,000 a year. I'm not exaggerating. I really think a teacher's profession should be paid at least $100,000 a year. But that's my opinion, and it'll never happen. Because school boards can't afford it. Schools can't afford it. We've made a practice of thinking of minimizing the role of teacher. The parents praise the teacher and put the teacher on a pedestal, but yet nobody wants to pay them what they're worth. And it's a hard job, and that's why so many teachers are leaving the profession. It's too stressful. I have seen more educators in cardiac rehab than probably any other profession. I've only been there 4 years, so I don't even know, it's been around forever, for decades. So just in the time that I have been there, I have met so many retired educators, or people that I know that I used to work with at the school, and it, that's what stress does to your body. It's just, there's no right or wrong solution. You know, you can only pay people what money there is, but yet they deserve so much more. And it's hard to tell students who have this passion to teach that it's not going to be what they are thinking it's going to be. You know, you can't, and, you know, we're not allowed to tell them that. We're only allowed to encourage. And I almost feel like that we're misleading them. But, I don't know. Okay, let's get back to scrapbooking. I'm just going to put Mini Jordan's smile. Brightens my darkest day. I have to say, out of all my grandchildren, he has the best smile. I mean, I love all my grandchildren the same, and I love their smiles, but his smile is so precious because it's so rare. You don't often see his smile. And when you see his smile, it's just, it's everything. It's everything. So, okay. So on this page, I think I'm going to do, this is when I started, probably about the 10th, I would say. This is when I started, I have always watched Shamel's videos. Like, she posts twice a week, generally on Monday and Friday. Today she posted a video. It is, she will introduce the kit, the Best of Both Worlds kit, like the first Friday of the month, and or Monday of the month, depending on how it works out in the, according to the calendar. And then she will go through, and then she'll go through the kit that she's going to use. And then she purchases her kit from scrapbooks.com. So, she gives you each individual piece. She has it all in one place. If you were to want to order that kit, you can go to her list and you can purchase all those things from scrapbook.com. And if you use her affiliate link, then she gets money for that. She gets, like, I'm not sure if she gets money or if she gets product credit. I'm not sure. But I know it helps her. So, or while she's going through the kit, she also talks about using your stash. It's more important to her for you to use what you already have. So you can build your own kit from your stash. So she will go through, like, she'll take a piece of paper and she'll say, okay, you need a piece of paper with dots on it. So then you can go through your stash and you can create this kit and find a piece of paper that is similar to what she's using. Embellishments the same way. She will say, okay, like, find embellishments that are like this, and then, you know, in your stash. Or like with stamp sets, last month she used phrase stamps, and she'll say, go through your stash and find a stamp set that has phrases on it. And because her goal is for you to use your stash. Well, I never copied down her what are these called? I never can think of what they're called. I call it a page map, I guess, but that's not what they're called. They're a sketch. That's what she calls them. It's a sketch. So she'll design a sketch with, you know, on a notepad with a Sharpie marker, and then she'll write where the title is going to be. This is the journaling. The sunshines are where she puts her embellishment clusters. So they're not sunshines necessarily for the embellishments. It's just, that's where she that's the symbol that she uses to signify that clusters go there. Now this drawing around here, this is ink. So this just means like there's ink here, booped ink, like with the booper, just on cardstock, you know, spread out. And then these crosses are stencil over top of the ink that has been blended around the cardstock. And then these lines mean that they are layers. So like if there's more than one line around it, it just means that there's layered paper under there. So, and then I usually make a note like ink and stencil behind. So then I know that that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, so, and then I write like what month that came from, this sketch is from. So I write on the top of the page like March 22. Well, I have been watching her videos for years, never copying down sketches or anything like that, but she wants people to use the sketches. That's what she wants. So in their own way. And I don't like to scrap lift necessarily other people's pages, but I do like to use their sketch. So I started, as I watched her videos, I started like drawing the sketch. So when I start my next adventure of creating page kits, and I'm not going to follow her page kit thing. It's too time consuming for me. I don't have time to go through. I have a lot of stash, and I don't have time to go through and sort through my stash and pick out everything that's similar to hers. It's just, that would take too long, and I don't have that kind of time. So I'm just going to use the page kits that I put together, using, you know, all the stuff that I put in it, and then following the sketch. So I started doing this in early December, like around the 9th or the 10th, I think. And like it just dawned on me one day. I was watching her video and I'm like, why am I not copying down these sketches? Why am I not using these sketches? It makes scrapbooking so much faster. You know, I don't understand why I'm not using this tool that she's providing, you know, to scrapbook faster. And hammer out pages, because I'm a very slow scrapbooker, and I'm not going as fast as what I could be going. So I decided that I would start creating or copying down sketches, and then I will use them all this year. That's the plan, is to use them all this year. So that is the idea I have, but I wanted to put it in my December daily because of the fact that I want to remember when I started doing this. I'm going to crop this just a little bit. Crop that blanket off. I want to leave a little bit of the red blanket on just because it adds a little bit of red to the page. And And then I'm going to put that on top of this. I might do a little bit of layers. I might use some washi tape. I'm not exactly sure yet. So this is probably going to be the last layout I do because I'm already at an hour and 25 minutes. And A, I'm going to run out of battery space. B, no one wants to watch a video. That's that long. I know I get chit-chatty and and I lose track of time when I'm talking, so. Here we go again. It works, but I'm just not proficient at it. Goodness gracious. Okay. I feel like I want to use like a little bit of this, but not a lot. So I'm just gonna cut off that much of that. So I talked to Scott about going up to Starverac for our anniversary. If he's feeling well enough. He should be. He's doing really well. I mean, he's doing stuff he's not supposed to, so I know that he's feeling better. But we haven't been there for a while. And I would love to get outside and go hiking. It's so beautiful this time of year too, because like there's waterfalls and like there's ice. It's frozen. It just depends on like what the weather. Illinois weather is so unpredictable. I don't know what we're going to be dealing with, you know, on Valentine's Day. You just never know what we're going to be experiencing weather-wise. So, but he's all for it. He said yes. So we'll see. I don't know when he's going back to work. I know that he gets his stitches out the day before our anniversary. But oh, I love that place so much. I want to go hiking. It's so peaceful. And especially like this time of year, there's not a lot of people. You know, there's always people there, especially on the weekends, but our anniversary is not on a weekend this year. It's like on a Tuesday, I think. I'm not sure. I might use this. Jingle all the way. Just because I want to get rid of it. And I like the blue contrast. Okay. I feel like I need a label. What about these? Do not open, easy on the eggnog, warm wishes, Santa tree. Kind of like this dot. Arrow. I like this hashtag. I like joy, happy. All these things make me happy. I like that. Let's see what we can do with this stuff. So I can put this like right. Do I want it there or do I want it up here? Or do I want it this way? Put it that way. Okay, and then this geotag. here. I kind of feel like I want like a little cluster up there. Put happy there, put the geotag like that. What else? Let's see what else we have. I haven't used many of these. There's a candy cane, really cute little bird. You can do that. I do like this. I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to put this Christmas tree like right here. And then I like this little bird. There. Okay, I like that. And then down here, I'm gonna just journal kind of like in early December, while watching Shamel's channel, it dawned on me that I could use her sketches to scrapbook more efficiently. There. Okay. Maybe I'll keep going. Which in turn inspired me to add this element to my channel. There. Okay. Good deal. All right. So that is it for today. I thank you all for watching, and it is a weekend, but I should be back tomorrow. I don't think that we have that many big plans tomorrow. I don't think we're going anywhere tomorrow. I know Sunday we're busy. So I'll probably see you back here tomorrow, but yeah, comment down below if you're interested in one of the ATG guns, and I will send it out to you sometime this month. So y'all take care and have a good weekend. Bye.